So, Fantastic Four First Steps drops this week, and of course, the first reactions are your typical Marvel reactions of it's the best Marvel project since the last best Marvel project. We knew that was going to happen, and that is exactly what's happening. But what's next after that on the big screen is none other than Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. And of course, they've been filming now for a while. We've seen some of the seats for the people returning. There's still names to be announced. But what has just happened? Well, they've just brought someone new in to help finish the script. That's right, finish the script. They've been filming and they don't have a completed script as of yet. This isn't good news, but we're going to have a look at this article. You'll see who it is being brought in and exactly what the feeling is as to why they've been brought in. So, Loki creator Michael Waldron has been brought on to assist with the script for Avengers Doomsday. Yes, that means the script for the next massive Marvel team-up movie isn't done yet, even though principal photography has been underway since April of this year. That's a hell of a long time to be working with no full script, isn't it? So this development confirmed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. So this isn't a rumor. This isn't a my time to shine crap coming out saying this. This is Feige himself has confirmed this. Highlights ongoing revisions to the screenplay during production. A practice that has plagued recent MCU projects and doesn't inspire confidence in the film's outcome. With echoes of a troubled production of Captain America Brave New World, which underwent extensive reshoots and rewrites after poor test screenings, fans and industry watchers are questioning whether Marvel is repeating past mistakes on what should be one of its flagship blockbusters. Kevin Feige revealed in a recent interview with Stephen McFeely, one half of the writing duo behind Avengers Endgame, is leading the script for Avengers Doomsday, but Waldron is now contributing to the effort. And this is what Feige said about this. There's plus-ings happening every day on set right now, and it's amazing to watch. Loki creator Michael Waldron is now also working on it. So Waldron's return suggests the current script needs blustering, even as cameras continue to roll. Not only is the script not done, but the company is bringing new creative voices in 3 months into principal photography, which isn't promising. And that is one of the things here. Why are you filming all of this stuff with no finished scripts? Now, this is the one thing that James Gunn has been kind of pushing back against and calling out when it comes to this type of stuff, when he's talking about the DCU, which is we're not filming anything until a script is finished. We want a finished script, then we'll greenlight moving forward with these things. And here we are. They not just don't have a full script since they started filming, they don't even have the entire cast locked down since they started filming. Now, they may have all of them locked down by now, but they sure as hell didn't when they were filming. So, what the hell are they doing? Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in a position where we're going to start filming this massive thing that we need this to work. We need everyone to come to the table to love this and get this thing to be a blockbusting hit. Here's the plan though. We're going to start doing it without having the full cast in place, and we're not even going to bother having the full script in place. Why would you do that? And if this is the issue they have with Doomsday, what the hell kind of issues are we going to get when it comes to Secret Wars? Any goodwill that Fantastic Four could bring in could get completely undone by this thing if this ends up being a disaster because they've been filming without a full script, which means how much of it are they going to have to go back and reshoot? God only knows, but this really is a problem that they really have to figure out. Why are you filming things with no script in place? That is stupid. So that is what James Gunn has called Marvel out over before. And here they are proving the point. It's like, We're gonna make the biggest movie we possibly can. The budget for this thing is probably astronomical, and we will get to see that because they're filming in the UK. And they're going, sure, a script. Do we really need a finished script to do it? Of course we don't. What could possibly go wrong? What couldn't go wrong? Like, this is insane. And of course, Feige is out there as well, trying to say that the plan was always to introduce Doctor Doom, that it was never going to be Kang. Even though the movie was originally called Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, he's trying to say that was never the case, that Kang was never going to be the main big bad for this next Avengers movie, that he was getting phased out after Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Absolute BS. There's no possible way that that's true. Again, they were the ones who announced it as the Kang Dynasty. He seems to forget we saw them all standing on that stage announcing the movie with the big logo behind his head saying Avengers Kang Dynasty. And he's trying to say that was never the plan. No, it was always going to be Doctor Doom. What a moron. What an absolute moron. And I'm sticking to saying that if this movie fails and Secret Wars fails, I think he's gone. Now, it'll be the case of, they offered me a new contract and I feel the time is right to leave and I'm retiring and all this type of crap. Where the reality will be, it'll be Bob Iger sitting down with Feige and saying, dude, for the past 6 years, well, by the time this comes out, it'll be like 7.5 years, you've done nothing but put failure after failure after failure out. You're done. We'll let you have the courtesy of saying you're retiring, but you're done. You're gone. We are not renewing your contract. We're cancelling your contract. Whatever. So long. Thanks. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. You know that will actually be the case because you can't keep doing this. And if you keep making movies without the bloody script, that spells absolute disaster. Just look what happened with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Disaster. They filmed without the finished script, didn't they? And what a colossal mess that ended up being. So, obviously, no lessons have been learned because this isn't anything new for Marvel. But to do it with a movie as big as Avengers Doomsday, what an absolute disaster. So we'll have to wait and see what actually happens with this. But yeah, things aren't looking good. They're not looking good for this movie at all. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.